Well, Christmas is finally here. It is time to relax a little bit and reflect and enjoy the moment of this season. It is time to enjoy family and friend. Although we are limited to fully celebrate it with them the way that we used to, but still, it is a time to share the gift of love. It is the one day of the year when peace on earth, goodwill to all people can seem to be a reality. The Gospel Matthew and Luke that we read today tells us the nativity story that we are so familiar with regarding the birth of Christ as they begin their story of Jesus. The Gospel of John, however, does not tell that story. Instead of the Christmas story, it begins in the context of creation. It begins with the words, "In the beginning." Well, John shows us that creation is not an event of the past, but the ongoing life of God with his people. What this gospel does, it raises the story of Christ's birth to the level of symbol that looks at the theological meaning behind the incarnation, the becoming human of Jesus. That is the truth of Christmas for us. It is also the Christmas truth for the person living next door, for those we love, and for those who are like us, and also for those who are different, for the stranger, and for even our enemies. And the Word became flesh and lived among us. The beginning of John's Gospel is exceptionally poetic in its language. John established the divine origin of Jesus, and then he moves into the human origin of Jesus. And this light comes into the world as a human being. Before Jesus, people only have the law. But now, John says, with the light, they will be able to see that they also have grace and the truth. And he says, the way we come to know God, because no one has ever seen God, is to see Jesus, God made visible to all human beings. The light that is Christ shines in the darkness of our world. It is a light that cannot be overcome because it represents the ultimate value of truth, goodness, beauty, justice and love, compassion and fellowship, freedom and peace. It not only shows us who God is, but also teaches us what we're supposed to be like. Each Christmas presents a question to us. Are we more like Jesus each Christmas or not? Are we more patient, kind, compassionate, and caring for those who are lost, least, and the last? Are we more loving than last year and for the next years? Or do we choose to be more narrow-minded, closed, hardened, and indifferent to our neighbors and the needs of others? God came to us to be with us in a loving relationship. He cares a lowly girl so much, so he chose her to be the most blessed. He laid himself in a manger, which is maybe a cardboard box for this time, the lowest place you can ever be as a baby, to show us God's special compassion and care for those nobodies, poor, pushed down, and marginalized. Throughout the scripture, you see God has a very special concern for those people. We'd better understand this and have a heart just like that, because this is the very reason for God coming to us. So why we celebrate Christmas Eve with this candlelight? It is more than just the candle on the birthday cake of Jesus. It is a celebration of God with us, Emmanuel. It is the realization that God's love and faithfulness dwells among us. It is a sign that we are to carry that love and faithfulness to others. So as we receive the light of God from the Christ candle today, may God dwell within us so that we can be the light for this world, who carries God's compassion, caring, kind, and loving heart that breaks for those who are hungry, thirsty, naked, sick, or in prison. May the light that is Christ shines upon you, and the peace of the Christ child be yours this Christmas. Now, Mary Jenkins will play a special song for all of us. And during this time, I will trying to offer yourself to God. And after that, we will join the passing of the Christ candle together.